Hi guys, I'm Carla from Carla's Readings. Welcome, and I'm going to do a twin flame video. Um, so where we're going to start is, I've already pulled a few cards, but this card somehow, don't know how or where it's come from, but we are talking about spirit here. So this card was sitting on the table sitting on the floor underneath the table. And so I want to bring this up. Love yourself first. So the name of this reading will be Love Yourself First. And we're talking about how to get there. Loving yourself enough to allow yourself to love another. So what we have, and in the middle, I didn't even read that card before saying that, but in the middle, so I've just somehow made a cross. And the middle card says, share the love. And that connects directly into what I was just saying. And the bottom card, holy shit, is heart chakra. Wow. I'm going to grab a drink of water. This reading's going to be a significant shift, I think, because I've got a major headache already. So let's go down the middle of this cross first. And so it's love yourself first, and in the middle share the love, and then heart chakra. Wow, wow, wow. What do you think that's telling us, guys? The one common ground that we all share between our twin connection and between others is our heart. It's abstracted and it's like covered by all this chaoticness and hurt and pain and layers and layers and layers of pain that are built up over the years out of fear and reluctance to move forward and to be hurt again. It's like you say, well, I'm never going to go through that again. I'm never going to get hurt again. I'm not going to do that again. And so in saying all this, we create the armor. We create armor around our hearts, around our minds, around our auric fields. We create resistance to change. We create dysfunction, malfunction in relationships, in all the relationships around us, in terms of relationships with one another, in terms of relationships with your partner, so that could be even business partners, with your brothers, your sisters, your family, or the animals, anything, your kids. We block off the one source of energy that is meant to connect us, and that is love. We spend our entire lives blocking off the one source that is meant to energetically connect us to each other. Okay? So what we're currently going through is massive, massive shifts in paradigms, but in the way that we perceive love and the way that we exchange glances with one another, the way that we exchange communication is changing. And so we're learning as if babies, learning once again, like babies actually, to connect through energy, through reading people's bodies and through reading people's minds and energy and through the connection that we perceive with one another. It's all happening through energy rather than through the brain, right? So that's a huge shift to transition into. And that's why the importance of connecting with your twin, with your counterpart, on a spirit level is presented to us, and it's presented to us on a golden spoon. You know, they come into our space energetically, and they teach us how to love, and that we are not alone, and that things don't have to be so hard. They teach us that there's another reality that we can live, and we currently are living. For those of you that do connect with your twins on a higher level, you're already living it. But this is the reason that they come through in the spirit realm first. So not only are they teaching us to connect spiritually, connect to loved ones past, connect to energy, all forms of energy, but they're also teaching us to connect to the truth. So the inner truth, the heart truth, is something that's different from our reality. So our reality may show separation, it may show harshness, it may show or feel unjust, but this is just simply not true. It's simply not true. And that's what they're there to show us. And so they're just highlighting the importance of connecting to yourself on a higher level, to your higher self, but to your twin's higher self, and noting the connection that there is between you. Is it real? Is it pure? Noting these connections and understanding and accepting the change and the shifts in paradigms that are taking place, and the importance of the importance of the connection, connecting and experiencing one another, understanding one another. It will help you to really focus and live in this reality and change your current reality just by connecting with love, right? So you have the ability to shift paradigms when you work from a space of love. So yesterday I received the message from my guidance from the universe to connect to my twin and tell him how I felt. And I've done that many times before on a physical level in certain ways, maybe not completely directly or openly, but in many ways I've done that. And when I asked, I said, should I do that on an energetic level? Because I do that maybe not as often as I should, but I do that on an energetic level. And the response was that I should explain the way I feel, but make sure it's coming from a place of love. So to meditate on it before I was to do it, or to create it on a spiritual level before the physical level, and making sure to connect from a space of love, because that would be received well. Whereas if you say it out of a place of fear, or like fear that things won't change, or fear that they'll meet another person, or that they'll end up with someone else, then that's not going to be received in the best way, and it's not coming from your heart. It's coming from fear. And so there's a strong message there. If you are willing and wanting to connect, now I'm hiccuping, clearing my throat. So if you're wanting to connect to your twin, I'm getting quite a strong message that the time is now. The time is now and forevermore. And so if you are going to do that, make sure that you're, again, coming from a place of love. Because I can guarantee you, every time I feel like reaching out, if I were to cleanse myself, then the fear factor is gone. And somehow the need to connect is gone as well, because it's not coming from a place, it's coming from a place of fear. So if you're to cleanse out your energetic space and send it from the heart, then it's guaranteed to be received well. Because we're here to spread love, not to humiliate, not to embarrass, not to perceive what we wish to perceive from a place of ego. We're here to just purely be love, and I feel like they're saying it's time to reach out. So moving on to the other two cards that are across, it's Seek the Truth and Embrace. So in the middle of these two cards, you can see, Seek the Truth and Embrace. And the middle card here is Share the Love. So if there's something that you're wanting to say, they're saying it's time to express your emotions only from a place of love. And if you can work out how to do that, then it's time. So it's almost like a test within itself to know and understand where this is coming from, where this message is coming from. The need and the want to reach out to your twin, is that coming from a good place? And that's the way you should be evaluating how you move forward in your life. So how you move forward with your twin and how you move forward with everyone, with your work colleagues, with your family. Is it pure or is it not? They're asking also as well to embrace the changes that are coming through. And also understanding the silence. So this came up for me a couple of weeks ago, maybe last week. And understanding the silence and the conscious mind, and the mind's sometimes need for silence, because that's where you will find your answers. When you can quiet your mind, you'll find your truth, you'll find your answers. And you'll receive your guidance loud and clear. So, meditating, they're talking about meditating. If you can quiet your mind for long enough, if you're really not sure how to move forward, connecting back to that previous message, if you're really not sure how to move forward in your relationship, whether that's physically, emotionally, whatever it is. So when I say move forward, it doesn't necessarily mean reaching out. That can mean like allowing yourself to move forward, with unconditional love, with what you're growing through and learning and what's unfolding in front of you. So if you're just not sure, connect and meditate. So silence your mind and meditate. Take 3 deep breaths and allow your mind to connect to spirit. And make sure that you're connecting only to spirit that is coming from love. Because you don't want to be calling in other things. There's massive, 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 massive shifts taking place at the moment. It's really weird. I just pulled 2 cards and they say both of them are the Greenmans. So we've got Greenman's Bride and Greenman's Door. So one of them says Portals to Fairy Wheels of the Year, Galactic and Gaian Entry Points. And the other one says Sacred Union, Commitment Ceremony, Maturing into Deep Relationship. Wow. And ladies, here we have it. The masculine's learning to connect to spirit and to love themselves for who they are. And as they do that, they're starting to see the love within you. They're starting to feel the love that they have for you. Through all these breakdowns in the template, the universal templates, as they break down, their relief, that more truth is coming through. And so I want to show you this card, Seek the Truth, and see how, she's revealing this truth here through opening up the mind to the connection to source. This is what's happening on the masculine side as well now. There's a real balance occurring. If they're not connecting to, if not even, they're connecting to spirit even more than we are. Because I've actually found myself in a bit of resistance in the last few days. So they're saying it's our turn now to connect and to receive the love and the guidance that we truly deserve. That's a direct message from the masculine. It's our turn now to understand the communication side of things and to open up communication with spirit and to receive guidance on our own accord, and understand the shifts that are taking place. So through the energetic shifts that are taking place, there's turbulence. Perhaps you're not in communication, perhaps there's turbulence between the communication, but there is turbulence within the universe in terms of, like, think about when an earthquake happens and the earth moves, it shifts and it hurts and it damages things. But what else it does is it creates space. And so that's what's happening at this stage. Just going to turn the thing off, sorry. And turn this back on. It's creating space for the shifts are creating space for us to be able to connect with clarity and clearly receive what we deserve and what we're so eager to receive currently. So as the earth moves, as the shifts occur, this is revealing clarity. So to me, I'm seeing these heads as like the earth, and she's revealing this clarity as she looks within herself and as he looks within himself. Because we are shifting with the universe, so as the universe shifts, so as the storms come, as the wind blows, as the volcanoes erupt, as the earthquakes happen, shake the earth, you know, as the fires spread, we feel all this energetically, and we're shifting along with it, and we're supporting the earth in her shifts, because we are all interconnected, we are all one. So that's where the appreciation for the silence comes. Understand that maybe you're not in contact at the moment because, boy, like, you're helping the world, you're helping the universe, you're accepting who you are, you're understanding the shifts that are taking place, you're learning to understand energy and connect to energy and love yourself. And you're so busy, like, you're so busy, you're learning to manifest and bring in abundance and get your life in order, and go with the flow and all this kind of thing, like coming into balance within yourself, and understand and accept that, you know, everything is happening for the right reason at the right time, because these shifts need to happen in order for this great love to come in for us, right? And so, not to under exaggerate what the masculines are going through right now. It's tough. It's tough. They're crying. They're crying endlessly. They're shaking. They're shaking through their physically shaking emotionally, through their tears, through their hurt, through their pain, through their release, through the release of the ego of their current world, through letting go, through accepting love and allowing in love and knowing who they are. And they're coming out, they're feeling very, very raw and very, very emotional, but also very, very strong. Okay? So share the love, send them some love energetically. Send them some love energetically. Reach out if you feel you need to reach out, but don't expect an answer. Just reach out from a place of love. Thinking of you, sending you some love, this kind of thing. Just let them know that you're there and that you're supporting them, but you can do that on an energetic level, you can do that on a physical level, and I want to leave that up to you to just discern what's right for you. If it's right to connect physically or right to connect emotionally, it's always right to connect emotionally, as long as it's from a place of love. So I just want to definitely look at these cards a little bit longer, and I want to see what this Greenman card's about, because we have two. So there's two cards here. I don't know if you, hopefully you can see them. The Greenman's Door and the Greenman's Bride. So the fact that there's two coming out in the same reading, I just want to get a message about them. So this is in relation to the shifts that are taking place and the coming together of the two worlds. Understanding that there's no difference between the two of you. You are the same soul. There is no difference. You're going through the same thing. Like, one may go through something at the moment, and then the other person may go through something another time, but you are going through the same thing. You're emotionally, you're connected, you're telepathic. You are special as well. You're special and you are interconnected, and allow yourself to embody that and embrace that connection. Take time to ground yourself with nature. Maybe go lie down outside on the grass, or go hug a tree, or connect in, because you will receive guidance. put your hand on a tree and send the tree some love, and it will give you guidance. Just make sure you're connecting to, go to the tree that you're drawn to, something beautiful that draws you in and wants to talk to you. Connect to it and go meditate under it. Enjoy your time while you, and I hate to say wait, but while you guys are both doing the work and you are physically in separation and you're waiting for your prince in shining armor, in his shining armor, go connect to spirit, go do the work, enjoy yourself, keep yourself grounded. I want to show you this card that's come out. This is the prince on the knight in shining armor, and it's also on the frog. The frogs have been coming up a bit lately. I don't know what they mean. So the card actually says adventurous, discovery, travel, meeting destiny. So frog. Okay. So they're saying that the frog is, which of course we know the prince, you kiss the prince. The frog. I don't even remember what the story was when the princess kissed the frog and the frog turned into the prince. And it's not too dissimilar. It's the same thing as Beauty and the Beast. She kisses him as the beast and he turns into the prince. And this is connecting into the shadow work too. So understanding, and sorry, this is quite a big message. Understanding and loving the lightness and the darkness within your masculine is really important. And if this is vice versa, that you are a masculine watching this, just take this towards your feminine, okay? Or towards yourself. So I'm saying masculine and feminine, but we all have the masculine and feminine within ourselves that we're coming into balance of. Our left side is our feminine, our right side is our masculine. And so, which is the doing. So the feminine's the going with the flow and the masculine's the doing. So we're coming into balance. This is also an 11 number. This card's also an 11 number. And the 11 is spiritual awakening. It's destiny. It's your destiny. It's your truth. It's the romance of a lifetime, just not in the way that you expect it. You have to take the good with the bad, the flaws with the perfections, and love yourself for who you are truly. And he is coming. I wanted to, I was about to pick a card from here. So the print, yeah, so again, another seek card comes out. So meditating, connecting in with nature, following your guidance. Interesting. So we've got 3 cards that I've just pulled out, and so we've got seek, we've got refusing to see, we've got control. And all 3 cards, all 3 of these cards have got their eyes closed. So this is refusing to see the beauty in nature. letting go of your inhibitions and letting go of your need to control. There's a real need to, funny that, I was about to say there's a real need to silent the mind here, just as I had to go silent to receive these messages properly and translate them properly. Yeah. Our cards are popping out all over the place. That's what's going on, Spirit. I feel like outwardly everyone is seeking change, but not realizing that the change has already occurred within us. And this is connecting into that refusing to see card. This is about like not understanding that the shift has already occurred. So trusting yourself to succeed in nature. Sorry, I just, a bit distracted. I'm going to have to break this down because there's so many messages in here. Everyone's seeking change externally. But what you need to do is acknowledge the change that has already occurred within yourself in order for it to take effect externally. So this connects into, wow, I mean, all these cards, like I've got reflections going left, right, and center. This is crazy, guys. Sorry. This connects into me with affirmations, not just affirmations, gratitude. So speaking affirmations about yourself to reaffirm what you already know. When you say affirmations, you can really feel within yourself when you believe them or not. So when you positively insert something within yourself, like an affirmation, it's a true reflection of where you're at within your progression within yourself, right? So the two cards here that I've got is refusing to see and love abounds, and love has come out upside down, and it's actually reflecting refusing to see. Refusing to see the love within yourself, or the detriment that is being caused by not allowing yourself to express and feel your love. So it's like everyone's wanting change, but no one's really wanting to connect within themselves. So if you've already been through this shift, then take that. And if you haven't, then this is something that you need to look at. Allow the light to shine within yourself in order for it to externalize. And one way you can do that is by connecting into nature and meditating and affirmations and gratitude. So look at what you've already received, gratitude for what you've experienced, gratitude that you've experienced such an amazing connection externally within your twin flame connection within yourself as well. Gratitude that you breathe differently now, that you observe things differently now, that you in the irony that you know how to control your life better through lack of having to be in control, if that makes sense. So if you're wanting to see change within your partner and it's not occurring physically, then that's something that needs to be looked at within yourself. So what are you seeing, what are you refusing to see in this connection? Within this connection, what are you refusing to see within yourself? So if your partner's doing something that you don't like, or your twin, or whatever it is, whoever, it can be anyone, it doesn't have to be directly, but this is talking directly, I feel, but it can reflect up in anyone in your life. What are you seeing in others that you're not liking about yourself? Because that's where you have to go, and that's where you have to do the work. You have to go into that space. So why is that person triggering me? Why don't I like when they do that? What is it that annoys me about that? And healing that. Or why aren't they talking to me? Like, why is there no contact? You have to look into why is there no contact and heal that. And just keep going through the motions and going through the steps and really enjoy the process. Once you start to do the healing work within yourself, it really is so fun. You're taking control of your own life by surrendering and going with the process, ironically. I feel like on another note, this is also about talking about releasing control of the other person. Releasing control releasing control of having to control others. In order to go within and teach yourself change and meet the requirements that you need to meet within yourself. Releasing those requirements as well. This is about releasing control, surrendering to the notion, surrendering to what's going to happen, how's it going to happen, when's it going to happen, why is it going to happen, is it going to happen, how's it going to happen. Releasing control and allowing things to unfold. That's quite a heavy, guys, if you saw the struggle in how I brought this message out, that's a huge block that needs to be looked at. Releasing control of your inhibitions. Allowing yourself to breathe. Allowing yourself to be who you are, and taking control of your own strengths and weaknesses, but taking control of your own life. So in one way, expecting someone else to change when you're not changing is a complete reflection of yourself. It's a complete and utter reflection of yourself. If you're wanting someone else to change, but you're not changing, then they will never, ever change. Because you need to change your own internal being in order to see change externally. So that, guys, is a little bit of a kick up the ass from Spirit. With love, of course. There's some stuff around here about not embracing yourself for who you are, feeling a little bit lost, or feeling a little bit a lot, feeling reluctant to change because you're like, so this feels like it could be a separate message from the initial message that I got. So whatever's resonating with you, take it. You may have already been through this process, or maybe this is something you really need to look into because it's pretty big. And while the whole time I've been holding the crown chakra and the third eye chakra, so look within yourself, connect to spirit, look within yourself, understand the process on a spiritual level, understand the process is much bigger than yourself, understand that you're here to change the world, that the earth is changing, that you're changing with it, and you need to get used to the energies so that you can like encompass them and embody them, and you can hold these energies for other people to accept the change and to embrace the change and go through everything that we are currently learning. We are needing to teach other people to understand and connect in and hold energies for themselves. So we can do that by balancing out our emotions, by connecting to spirit, balancing out our emotions, balancing out the way we perceive things. Sorry, my dog was just chasing his tail. Balancing out the way we perceive things, the way we understand ourselves. And we can't do that while we're in this shift. So this card is charisma, confidence, allure, charisma, shimmer. This is upside down. So while you're feeling not worthy or not good enough or down in the dumps, like slumping it, you can't help others. You can't expect your reality to be any different to how you're feeling, right? So connecting back into seeking the truth and understanding the silence, which there's a card for that, understanding the silence. Understand that while you're feeling down, work on yourself, look within, connect to spirit, ask them what's wrong, ask them, like, look at the behaviors that are coming up for you that you're not enjoying. What is pulling you down, and release it. Release it to come back into this place. Find the magic within you to heal yourself so that you can heal others and you can help the world and you can help the others that come to you for help and guidance. And just understand yourself, understand every little part of yourself and how it's behaving and why it's behaving in a certain way. Where are you? He's growling and I don't even know where he is. I think he's trying to get in your room. Understand every aspect of yourself in order to move forward in this connection. Just do you and work on you so that, and give your partner space to work on them. I feel like both sides have been going through a bit of that, because that came up before with the masculines and now it's coming up with the feminines. So understand that you're both going through the same thing. You both need the space in order to shift your perception and your feelings towards each other and allow your feelings to shine through and to love each other the way you love yourselves. Yeah. I think that's it, guys. So I'll just say, if anyone, the last message there is keep doing you. Follow your guidance when you feel the pull to. Just follow your guidance. If they say go to the beach right now, go to the beach. If they say get up and go for a walk, it'll make you feel better, go for a walk. Or if they say go down to Malvern Central or whatever, I don't know why that just came up, then go down to Malvern Central. For those of you in Melbourne that know that place, that's a good one. Don't know why that came up. That's an interesting one. So if you're feeling a pull to go somewhere, get up, go, feel good and go. You never regret it when you follow your guidance. Never. And that's all. So if you'd like to book a private reading or a healing, I also do twin flame mentorship, so helping you understand the connection and work through the blocks that are coming up for you, which is teaching you how to work through them yourself. Creating firm foundations for you. And so you can email me at info@carlasreadings.com.au, or you can visit my website or Facebook, Carla's Readings, Instagram, private message me, write a comment below the video, reach out. I do email readings, video readings, and face-to-face if you're in Melbourne, and also phone readings and Skype. So whatever it is you're after, and you'd like to connect with me and take care of yourself. Just go slow through these energies. Go slow, work on what's coming up. I can tell you it's taken me now 3-4 days to address what's been coming up for me. And I've been feeling shit for about 3-4 days. So, and now I feel great just because I did some work. So enjoy yourself, love yourself, have gratitude, have acceptance, and just have love. Bye.